Hello, Tom, aka Genio here for Tabletop Tap Room. And we're doing a video on what to expect in the Star Frontier's New Genesis rule set. Now, normally when you hear so-and-so is working on this product, and when that person's a known entity, you kind of know what to expect. Like, for example, if I said Larry Elmore's doing the cover of this new product, you know what to expect in the cover because it's Larry Elmore. He's a known entity. Now, with Star Frontier's New Genesis, Dave Johnson's an unknown. He's an absolute unknown in the industry, and so nobody really knows what to expect from him. However, we discovered that this is not his first rodeo. He has written an RPG in the past. So we obtained a copy and looked it over just to do an analysis of what you might expect in an RPG written by Dave Johnson. So let's get to it. So here we have a quick screenshot from Drive-Thru. And notice it's the official D30 system. Now, I mean, that just raised the question in my mind, is who declared it the official? It just seems odd. And there's a nice piece of cover artwork, which is actually disappointing because this is not the cover. This cover only exists in Drive-Thru. When you get the PDF, this cover is not on there. There is no artwork in the PDF. So that's a bit disappointing because sometimes you want that artwork to kind of break things up a little bit, make it easier on the eyes, relieve some eye strain with layout. But so it's disappointing. This is not a bad piece of artwork. It's some stock art, but it's not in the actual RPG. So underneath that, we have the official D30 system for any type of RPG. Any type of RPG can be played with this. If only. The problem is that any type of RPG, I mean, wouldn't I just use GURPS? Generic universal role-playing system. It's been around since the 80s. It's a known entity. I mean, wouldn't we just go there and use that? So I don't know. But, maybe there's some real gem to these rules. Let's see. Now, here we are again back at this is a simple system for role-playing games suitable for all types of games. Basic mechanic is a D30 versus an adversity table. So right here, this is your table. And I just want to point out that it's not a table. I mean, they couldn't be bothered to actually put together a table. And it's not hard. You do it in Excel or you do it in Google Sheets, and you can highlight cells, and you can make a nice looking table in those programs and then copy and paste it into whatever, whether it's Word or whether it's Google Docs. It's easy to make tables. I do it all the time when I'm making tables for the Star Frontiers magazines. It's just and then it's all kind of a mess. Like here you've got one entry for the table, one entry for the table, one entry for the table. Then we got two side by side, in a line of text. So it's not even like you can read it easily and just kind of scan down it and go to what you need. It's just lazy. There's no table, and kind of irritating. You're going to give me a table, give me a freaking table. All right. I feel ripped off. This thing was $3.50, and I didn't get my table. I feel like I've been cheated. It's like you order a bacon double cheeseburger and you get it, there's no bacon on it. It's like, dude, where's the stinking table? 3, 2, 1, go. Now we want to look at dice rolling conventions in this. And when I first looked at this, here's an example, 1d2, and we got a sample result of 3, which makes you scratch your head and go, I'm rolling 1d2 and I'm coming up with 3. because that makes no sense. The sample next to it, 1d12, result of 5. That I can handle. But this 1d2 equals 3. So what I really think is going on here is that this is a typo, and that was supposed to be 1d12. And they just left the 1 out. So it probably just happened through lack of proofreading, lack of editing. And then we've got this here where you're going to sum the numbers. You have a static number and you're adding a dice roll. And so you then sum up those numbers. So here, like here for agility, you've got 8 is the static number. You add the dice roll and you get 16. Here with vigor, you've got a static number of 12. You add the dice roll. And in this example, they got 18. But up here on might or strength, you have a static number of 10 and you add a dice roll to it and you come up with an 8. It makes no sense, man. It's just mind-boggling. I don't know. So these are the dice rolling conventions that we might expect from this designer that we could probably expect in Star Frontier's New Genesis. Now let's look at character creation. There are technically 3 different methods of character creation in this rule set, which is odd because there's only 2 pages of typed rules of text to the entire rule set. It just seems odd that you would have 3, but let's just dig through it. So here, creating a character is simple with 2d12 dice. All attributes are determined, yellow highlight, all attributes are determined with a roll of 2d12. This has a range of 2 to 24. All right, that's easy to understand. But then we get or. The same can be done with 3d10 for a range of 3 to 30. Well, which is it going to be? Maybe the answer is hashtag roll what you like. So we've got 2 different methods here. And just pick the one you want. Roll what you like. And okay, but now we're going to get back in. And we've already seen this material in the dice rolling conventions. You now have the procedure for character creation. Roll 2d12. 2d12s are rolled and the lowest number is discarded. Each attribute has a base number and add the rolled number to the base to get the stat. So here we go. Sum up the numbers. And again, with the 10 plus the dice roll somehow comes up 8. 8 plus a dice roll somehow comes up 16. And so on. So this is completely different than the simple procedure of 2d12 or 3d10 if you prefer that. So it's like 3 different character creation methods in this rule set. It's a little bit bizarre, but apparently this might be what we could expect in Star Frontier's New Genesis. Movement. Now, it's very rules light. It's very thin. We did get this one statement on movement. Movement can be measured as the usual method of 30 feet per turn. And a turn is 10 minutes. So a character can only move 30 feet in 10 minutes. That's a little bit of a head scratcher there, because I'm pretty sure I can do 30 feet in like a minute, even with my old knees. I don't know. It's just a little bit of a head scratcher that, movement is just 30 feet for 10 minutes. I don't know. That's what's in the rules. That's your movement rules. The PDF is 3 pages long. This last page is put in here completely blank. But it does have a copyright, Dave Johnson, all rights reserved. So he's copyrighted this blank page. Now, I was discussing this with somebody earlier today, and they jokingly said, well, the blank page is put in there so the customer can finish writing the rules. And I was like, that's funny, dude. That is really funny. So apparently you were meant to finish writing your rules, because There's very, very few rules in here. I also like to point out this copyright. Notice the date on the copyright. It's copyrighted 2022. Now we're only, it's only April, but so Dave's been working on Star Frontiers New Genesis, which has been delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed, and did not come out when it was promised. And here is the reason why, I presume, is that he's actually been working on this rule set of 2 pages, and not working on the Star Frontiers New Genesis, because he's been working on it. He's edited it and recopyrighted it for 2022. I'm like, just wow. More delays on Star Frontiers New Genesis because he's messing around with this one. So this is a role-playing system for all types of games. Now, what's not in here is there's no fantasy spells. There's no equipment. There's absolutely no equipment in here at all. There's really no rules for how to handle. There's some rules here. You've got this adversity table. You've got the primacy and pitfall mechanic that they've borrowed from somebody else, but there's really no explanation or examples of gameplay. The character creation is kind of all over the place. 3 different types. This is the kind of thing I think we can expect with Star Frontiers New Genesis. It's going to be scatterbrained, all over the place, incomprehensible, and incomplete. Based off of this, this is the work we've seen from Dave Johnson in game design. This is what we can expect for Star Frontiers New Genesis. So this is Tom from Tabletop Tap Room. Thanks for watching the video, I guess. Thanks to my subscribers. You guys are great. Unlike D30 system official rules. And I don't even know what to say. I'm just going to sign out and say, keep on gaming. Yeah, that's it. Keep on gaming, just not with D30 system.